You know that feeling when you walk into a plant shop and something just stops you in your tracks? Not your usual cactus, not the same old aloe, something wild. Something that makes you go, wait, is that even a plant? Well, that feeling is exactly what today's video is about. We're diving into 24 of the rarest, most jaw-dropping succulents on the planet. Whether you're a collector, a beginner, or someone who just loves anything green and gorgeous, stick around because some of these will genuinely blow your mind. Before we continue, if you love gardening and want access to our exclusive plant guides, advanced tips, free ebooks, and premium videos, make sure to join the Balcony Garden web membership. Members get special members-only content that we don't share in regular videos. So join now and take your gardening skills to the next level. Ruby necklace, also known as little pickles, is one of those plants that turns heads the moment you see it. The trailing stems come in this vivid purple that looks almost unreal, and the leaves are shaped like little beans dangling down. Red stalks rise above the foliage and bloom into bright yellow daisy-like flowers. It's dramatic, it's colorful, and it's honestly one of the most unique trailing succulents you can grow. Living rock cactus looks like someone took a normal cactus and just squashed it flat. The yellowish green stems are round on top and can grow up to 10 to 12 inches wide. What makes it even more special is the contrast. This bizarre flattened body paired with absolute stunning white flowers that cover the whole plant. It's one of those rare combinations of weird and beautiful. The crinkle leaf plant goes by the botanical name Andromyscus cristastous. And the name says it all. The leaves are crinkled and wavy, covered in tiny white hair that makes them look like they've been dusted in ash. Reddish-white tubular flowers grow on long stems reaching about 8 to 10 inches. It stays small, making it perfect for miniature rock gardens or a little corner on your windowsill. Living pebbles is the kind of plant that makes people do a double take. It looks almost identical to a pile of small pebbles sitting on the soil. The globular stems grow in clumps with dotted markings all over, and right from the fissure at the center. A flower pushes through, it's a slow grower, but the payoff is absolutely worth the wait. Plover eggs is a compact little branching succulent that stays low but spreads out to about 15 to 20 centimeters. The leaves are narrow at the base and flare out to flat, wavy edges covered in dark purple spots, which is exactly why it earned such a quirky name. Come flowering season, a slender stem shoots up 10 to 14 inches with delicate pink blooms at the top. Baby toes, and yes, they look exactly like what you're imagining, belong in the same family as lithops and mimics the look of tiny, stubbly little toes poking out of the soil. What's fascinating is that the white blooms actually follow the sun throughout the day. Just like sunflowers, you can multiply them easily by dividing the clumps. So, one plant can quickly turn into a whole collection. If you love cacti but hate getting poked, the sand dollar cactus might be your perfect match. It's completely spineless, growing only 2 to 3 inches tall in a flat disc-like shape, with 5 to 11 ribs running across the stem. Yellow flowers bloom right at the top, and they're followed by small fruits that shift from green to pink to red. It's small, it's safe, and it's strikingly beautiful. The baseball plant gets its name for the most obvious reason. When it's young, it's almost perfectly round, like a baseball sitting in your pot. Even the 8 to 10 ribs running across its body look like they've been stitched together. As it matures, the shape shifts to more of a dome, and it can reach about 8 inches tall. It's one of those plants that looks man-made, but it's completely natural. The paper spine cactus is wildly different from what you'd expect a cactus to look like. Instead of sharp, rigid spines, it has soft, papery ones that curl and twist in ribbon-like coils around the knobbly stems. And then in contrast, it produces the most elegant white bell-shaped flowers with a yellow throat. That combination of soft and striking is what makes it so memorable. Calico hearts has some of the most character-filled foliage you'll find on a succulent. The gray-green fleshy leaves are splattered with red-purple blotches and have heavy red veins running right to the edges. In summer, tubular flowers push up from the center, and the whole look is just impossibly charming. It's the kind of plant that makes you stop and stare. The star window plant often gets mistaken for aloe because of its dark, green, fleshy leaves. But look closer, the variegated leaves have sharp tapering points and are arranged in a perfect star-shaped rosette that can reach 4 inches wide. The leaves have this jelly-like quality to them that makes them almost glow. It's compact, architectural, and absolutely stunning up close. The rainbow hedgehog cactus earns its name from the bands of glossy pink spines that wrap around the stem in natural curves. When it blooms in summer, it produces these gorgeous magenta and pink blossoms that feel like a reward after waiting all year. As the plant matures, those pink spines fade to yellow, giving it a warm gradient look that changes over time. Aloe helene is not just rare, it's critically endangered and endemic to Madagascar, which makes it one of the most precious plants on this entire list. The recurved green leaves turn a striking red when the plant is under water stress, and when it blooms, it produces these magnificent inflorescences that unfold into hundreds of tiny blossoms. Owning one is a real privilege. Found only in Mexico, Ariocarpus bravoanus is a rare gem, with dark green triangular tubercles that give the whole plant a rosette appearance from above. What really catches the eye are the cream-colored woolly areoles sitting on top of those rosettes, soft and almost cloud-like in contrast to the tough geometric structure beneath. Add in funnel-shaped flowers, and this is a true collector's plant. White ocotillo is almost impossible to describe without seeing it. It honestly looks like a cross between a bonsai tree and a cactus. The woody codex is packed with copper-shaded spines and green leaves, and in spring it produces tube-like red flowers that make the whole plant feel alive. It's also an endangered species, so if you ever come across one, you're looking at something truly special. Native to South America, Aloenopsis loghoffii is a miniature succulent that stays under 3 inches at full maturity. The fleshy leaves range in color from light grass green to blue-green to deep purple, and they're covered in these small gray-white bumpy dots that give the surface real texture. It thrives in full sun and packs an incredible amount of detail into a tiny little package. Echeveria gibiflora barbion is in a league of its own. It forms a wide rosette of 14 to 18 inches. And the leaves are heavily carunculated, meaning that they have these wild, bumpy, warty growths covering the surface. But the really fascinating part is that this plant actually changes its shape and color throughout the seasons. One thing to be careful about, avoid overwatering, as it's prone to fungal diseases. Pies from Heaven, what a name, and it totally lives up to it. It's endemic to southwest Itampolo in Madagascar, and its fragile silver-green leaves are patterned with brown markings that look almost hand-painted. The leaves are slightly furry and grow on thin, woody, upright stems. Keep it in a bright, sunny spot and it rewards you with one of the most whimsical looks in the succulent world. Pebbled tiger jaws has a name that perfectly captures its personality. The compact clumps of boat-shaped leaves are serrated along the edges with tiny teeth, giving them that fierce jaw-like look. The surface is dark green to gray-green, either smooth or dotted with white crystal-like spots. Come flowering time, it blooms in yellow to orange daisy-like flowers, a surprisingly cheerful contrast to all that attitude. The pig's ear plant is native to the Arabian Peninsula and South Africa, and has some of the most satisfying foliage of any succulent. The oval fleshy leaves have a distinct red rim running around the edges, which is exactly where the pig's ear comparison comes from. In late summer or early fall, it produces bell-shaped flowers in yellow, orange, or red, and the whole plant just looks incredibly rich and full. Frizzle sizzle is native to South Africa, and it's one of the most playful-looking succulents you can grow. The narrow leaves spiral and coil at the tips like tiny corkscrews, and they grow from an underground bulb. In spring, the plant adds fragrant yellow flowers to the mix, which makes it as lovely to smell as it is to look at. It's just pure fun in a pot. The Peruvian old lady cactus is wrapped head to toe in long woolly white spines that give it this wild, fluffy appearance, even while sharp yellow or red spines hide within. It looks like something out of a fairy tale. As a bonus, it produces edible berry-like fruits when it matures. It's one of those plants that genuinely surprises people when they see it for the first time. Adenia glauca is a unique claudiform succulent that develops a beautiful swollen green trunk as it grows, topped with pale gray-green to glaucous leaves. In spring, it produces creamy green flowers that add a soft elegance to the already striking silhouette. One important note, the sap of this plant is poisonous, so handle it with care when pruning. Beautiful, but one to respect. And we're ending the list with a showstopper, the sea dragon, or Echeveria sea dragon. It forms a stunning rosette in shades of gray to red-green, and the leaves are covered in bumps and ruffles that give it that legendary dragon-like look. Put it in bright sunlight and those colors deepen, and the texture really pops. It's the kind of plant that earns a permanent spot right at the front of your collection. And that wraps our list of 24 rare succulents that are genuinely one of a kind. Whether it's the woolly spines of the Peruvian old lady, the curling leaves of the frizzle sizzle, or the endangered beauty of the haworthia. Every one of these plants tells its own story. If any of these caught your eye, drop the name in the comments below and let me know which one you'd want in your collection first. And if you're new here, make sure to subscribe. There's a lot more gardening tips coming your way.